Please ignore one of my brothers in the background because I want to talk about Byron again. Specifically, I want to talk about Childe Harold's Pilgrimage as per a recommendation from the wonderful Brittany Broski. Brittany, hope you see this. As I've said in the past, Byron's one of those writers that was actually famous in his own time, which makes him a very lucky person. Many of the greats in the classical literature or the canon actually gained their fame posthumously. But no, Byron was famous very quickly, and that's because of one Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. This is his complete works here. But essentially, he said, I woke up one morning to find myself famous. This was a very wonderful, very long poem of the Romantic style, and it became very famous with many different adaptations and influenced writing throughout the whole of Europe, not just England and Great Britain. So really a great testament to Byron, who's the quintessential Romantic writer. Despite not being my personal favourite when I compare him to someone like Shelley or maybe Coleridge, Byron really is one of the badasses of Romance literature. If that's not an oxymoron. A little bit about the structure. It's in Spenserian stanzas. It's in iambic pentameter, you know, all that stuff. And 10 syllables broken up into 5 pairs. Sonnets do that, basically, which is essentially a bit about the actual poem itself. Childe Harold's Pilgrimage is clearly a bit of a self-insert. Basically, this is one of the fine examples of the Byronic hero named after Byron himself. Sorry about that. The main character, Childe Harold, he essentially is a very moody, melancholic, pensive figure, a young man traveling around Europe, which is what Byron himself was doing. It's kind of like the Grand Tour vibe. And I think Byron, in the foreword or the introduction of this particular text, it says he was rejecting claims that it was a self-insert. Clearly it is, and I think it would be silly to suggest that Byron was not full of himself. But damn, he could write poetry, and damn, this is an amazing poem traveling through Europe. I think you should really, really read this. There's much reference to Greco-Roman mythology, as well as wondrous expanse in the English language. Really give Childe Harold's Pilgrimage a look. Fair warning, it's a little bit tricky to go through because, I mean, it's Spenserian stanzas of Romantic poetry written at the beginning of the 19th century, but it's really good. Failing that, there's a wonderful bit called She Walks in Beauty by Byron. Don Juan, or Don Juan, is also another one, but Byron, as you can see, clearly wrote a lot of stuff. Check him out.